Okay, well, I thought we'd look at section 1.2 exercises, and exercises 26 and 28. So if you look at 26, sorry, not 26, 24. We looked at 26 already. 24, so we get this picture and then it just asks us use the graph to decide what things exist, okay, which of these things exist, and so in 24 I'll try to draw something reasonably well here. So there's this dotted line at -2, and so the function does something like that. And here below 1 there's a hole like that, and the function heads up along those lines like that. And then up here at 4 there's a closed circle, comes down toward 2, but sort of a little above 2, maybe at that same value under the 1 there. And then it looks like if this is 4, then at 2 there's a dot above the 4. This thing takes off like that, and this takes off like that. Okay. And it asks, okay, A, how about f of -2? Does that exist? Well, I look here at -2 and I see no value filled in, and it doesn't, it looks by the dotted line, I'm guessing that that's, meaning an asymptote, and these curves never make it over at -2, so I think that does not exist. And then B, the limit, how about that? The limit as x goes to -2 of f of x, well, that does not exist either, for a couple reasons. One is that these things are growing without bound, okay, so it doesn't exist. But even more so, it's not our idiom of infinity or negative infinity, because as we come in from the right we head up, and as we come in from the left we head down. So this is just does not exist. C, f of 0, well, sure, f of 0 right here is x equals 0, so right there it's 4. So I know that value. The limit as x goes to 0, and see what they're trying to point out is that you can have, here the function exists at 4, but the limit doesn't exist, because as I come in again from the left, I get some number below 1. As I come in from the right, I get 4. Well, those aren't the same thing, so that limit does not exist. E, f of 2, well, I see an open circle, and I didn't see anything else above or below that, so again, a lot of do not exists on these. F, the limit as x goes to 2 of f of x. Well, sure, I know what that is. That's, I don't know exactly what it is, but it's this height at the circle, and I'm going to go with it's about a half, I think. And G, f of 4, that appears to be 2. I can still see that picture right there. And then finally it's probably the limit, yeah, the limit as x goes to 4 of f of x. Well, again, that's that idiom. These are both growing without bound, and so we can say infinity, whoops, but remember that that actually means it does not exist. We're just being very specific about how it doesn't exist. Okay? So there we go. That's 24. That's the kind of thing we're trying to do with those. Then what was the other one? What did I say? 28? Yep, 28. So on 28, it says sketch a graph function that satisfies these various things. So we're told that f of negative 2 equals 0. F of 2 equals 0. The limit as x goes to negative 2 is equal to 0. And then finally the limit as x goes to positive 2 does not exist. Okay, so I come in here and there's negative 2 and there's 2. Now, what I know from this one and this one, I need to fill those in. Now, do they need to look like dots? Not necessarily, but I filled them in because I need to have that. Now, the limit as x goes to negative 2 has to be 0. So that means as I come in from the left, I have to head to that point. And as I come in from the right, I have to head to that point. I got a lot of ways to do that. You know, one way would be just do something like that. That'll work. But I could have had it, you know, come down and go back up. You know, I could have had it cross the other way. So I do have this nifty eraser here, so I can erase that. How about that? Okay. So there I've handled this part and I've handled this part. Now here I need that the limit doesn't exist. Well, you know, that again I could handle a few ways. You know, I could have the function look just fine as it heads out like that. But on this side, say, you know, I could extend this part, you know, come over here and, you know, sort of head down toward negative infinity like that. That would do it. I could have had it come in here and done an open circle at the 2. I could have had it just stop here and not had, oops, need a smaller eraser, I guess. I could have had it just stop here with a closed dot, but just had nothing in here, and then still the limit is, you know, doesn't exist because I'm not coming in from both sides. So, you know, whatever sort of floats your boat, but, you know, I think I kind of like it doing that. So that's what I'll do. And there we go. There's numbers 26 and 28.